She steps out smooth, got the city on her vibe. With that justice in her name is where the truth comes alive. From the headlines to the block, she's got her ear to the ground, serving news that's real with the beat and a sound. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. Calm in the storm with that urban kick. She's got style and grace like a journalistic trick. From the heart of the city to the outskirts wild, she captures the world like a camera doll. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. Calm in the storm with that urban kick. She's got style and grace like a journalistic trick. From the heart of the city to the outskirts wild, she captures the world like a camera dial. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. She paints a shape that on black or white. In the ink of her stories, there's always some light. No matter where you are, you'll hear her call, echoing the truth, standing tall. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. She steps out smooth, got the city on her vibe. With that justice in her name is where the truth comes alive. From the headlines to the block, she's got her ear to the ground, serving news that's real with a beat and a sound. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. Calm in the storm with that urban kick. She's got style and grace like a journalistic trick. From the heart of the city to the outskirts wild, she captures the world like a camera doll. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. Calm in the storm with that urban kick. She's got style and grace like a journalistic trick. From the heart of the city to the outskirts wild, she captures the world like a camera dial. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. She paints a shape that on black or white. In the ink of her stories, there's always some light. No matter where you are, you'll hear her call, echoing the truth, standing tall. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. We are going to run that back one more time and sit tight. And this is a special shout out to the First Lady OG. She created my intro, y'all. So I'm so grateful. Y'all already know. She embodies everything. Serving news that's real with a beat and a sound. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. Calm in the storm with that urban kick. She's got style and grace like a journalistic trick. From the heart of the city to the outskirts wild, she captures the world like a camera dial. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. Calling the storm with that urban kick. She's got style and grace like a journalistic trick. From the heart of the city to the outskirts wild, she captures the world like a camera dial. Word on the street, justice in the air. Bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. She paints a shape that aren't black or white. In the ink of her stories, there's always some light. No matter where you are, you'll hear her call. Echoing the truth, standing tall. Word on the street, justice in the air. Bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall.
Yes, y'all heard it right here. That is my intro. And this is the Odyssey Podcast, of course, with your girl Word. We got the First Lady OG back in the building with us. And as always, it is always a pleasure. It's a special thank you because, like I said, she created my intro for me and she embodied everything that she knows that I am. Of course, aka Mom Dukes, you already know. So, with that being said, y'all, I want to tell you guys, I thank you all for continuously supporting me, to all the subscribers, the Bushwatchers, my replay gang. Shout outs to my moderators, all of my moderators. Shout outs to Sonia. That is like my special mod that she's been holding it down. She's one of my moderators that's been holding it down and has been with me since day one. I appreciate her so much. And we got Judith back in the building. Judith, she is one of my first subscribers also, and I know that life be life, and so I know that even if you're not in the chat, Judith, I know that you're watching the replay or you're in the bushes, and I appreciate you. So just know that my thanks go out to you too. And I got it situated to where I also want you to be one of my moderators, Judith. So I am going to make sure that that happens. I'm waiting for you to type back into the chat. But with that being said, y'all know I love you guys and I appreciate you guys so much. You guys been holding it down, keeping me in the algorithm, of course. And we have a few updates, but as usual, we start with the beginning of the day, right? When it comes down to just letting you guys know, go subscribe to Marla the Smarter. Judith, go subscribe to Marla the Smarter. If you are a new content creator, if you she does virtual assist. Also, if you are looking to work from home, she also assists with that. So go check her out. She comes on at 10:01 a.m. in the morning on YouTube. She's definitely on all social media websites. It's not just YouTube. She's on all social media websites. But I'm telling you, if you're looking to move forward and build on your platform or just other endeavors, Marta the Smarter is the person that you need to get with. And of course, go subscribe to the First Lady. Let's make this correct because my mom, aka First Lady, stay changing things. So when you guys go subscribe now, make sure you're putting in Hollis voice. The First Lady is Auntie. Hollis voice. The First Lady is Auntie. Hollis Queens, y'all. That's what we representing right now, y'all. You heard? With that being said, I'm gonna let the First Lady jump, as y'all already know, because I know y'all been missing the First Lady, because I missed you. So go ahead, First Lady.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm laughing because I just want to say definitely hello to everyone. Thank you once again. Hey Judith, thank you once again for the opportunity to appear on the segment Word of the Street with the Odyssey podcast. I'm always grateful and welcomed in the house. So I love to say that I'm laughing because due to I want to say business situations and listening to um, Marta the Smarter. Marta seems to feel like I should use my true name, Hollis Voice, for the simple fact that there's only one. If you're on social media, there is a lot of first ladies, whether they do 1ST, first lady, and first lady OG. Like it's only one me for sure. But she just felt like as all social media tags should be round and about the same. I really only started first lady with I don't want to say I was started it with Bigo, but Bigo is the first time that I've put out First Lady. To be honest with you, First Lady is tattooed on the right side of my neck, left side of my neck, right side up. I believe. I can't even tell you for sure because I don't get to see it much. But I do have the tattoo First Lady on my neck, one of my first tattoos. So I always knew that I was the first lady, but I never rode with it in that capacity, only as it tattooed on my neck, I guess not really knowing my purpose or what it was or what I was bringing it forth to be. So now, still knowing that I am the voice, I do reign from Hollis, Queens. And so when you do pull up Hollis voice, that should only be one search. So, which is why I've correlated all of my social media to reflect Hollis voice, First Lady. So, just wanted to kind of, give y'all an insight on that to know when and how to find me and why did I do certain changes. And also with that, so with the YouTube, I am Hollis voice underscore first lady is auntie, but you can just pull up I am auntie house. And that's how you will find me here on YouTube. So I am Hollis voice underscore first lady OG is auntie, but to just pull me up, I am auntie house. Cause that I am. So I just wanted to let you know guys that as I said, the voice stands for the visualizer of opportunity for inner cities everywhere. I am the voice. I do use my voice to sing. I will let you know that you too have a song, which is your own separate obstacle needed to grow and become a voice, which is a community that I have created for like minded individuals that would like to be a part in the construction of Auntie House as far as, when it comes down to petitions and also of course we'll need donations and things of that nature. I do have a donating button on firstladyent.com, firstladyent.com, firstladyent.com. There is a donation button. All proceeds from First Lady Entertainment goes toward the construction of Auntie House, which is a nonprofit organization that will bring um, life back to our neighborhoods with enhancing talents of the youth, God-given talents, 24-hour daycare for our mothers to not have to worry about their children no matter what hours they work on the clock, and re-entering residence for those that are coming home from the state penitentiaries and things of that nature. So stay tuned. Make sure y'all follow me, follow Auntie House, become a voice, and yeah, let's get it going.
Let's get it going. So, like I said, and like you heard it here from the First Lady, go and make sure you subscribe so you're always in tune. Make sure you hit that notification bell so when the First Lady OG does go live, you guys are in the building. And until then, just stay tuned for the community wall. We keep directing you to the community wall because the community wall will be where you'll be able to get a lot of what we're going to do and be notified even before hitting the notification bell. But just always hit that notification bell also because that's very important. With that being said, y'all, you see the title. It's a lot been going on. As y'all know, Trump is now And for those, I'm saying now, because for me, Trump has always been the president. Um, but for those of us who felt like the presidency was somewhat reality, I'm not negating that, guys. So don't misinterpret. Uh, Trump is the president yet again, right? It's been a lot of things that has taken place since Trump's presidency, and I think that everybody is in a bit of, how can I say, like everybody seems to be uneasy. They're in an uproar. There's been certain things that have been circulating in the media. I'm not too fond of the media when it comes down to certain things, because I do believe media definitely pushes out negative propaganda, but that's just my opinion. Um, but recently, it is stated that it has been a lot of what they say Trump supporters who have definitely been throwing out racial slurs, sending out letters to certain people in certain areas such as Virginia, Maryland, um, Alabama, Tennessee, a lot, even inside the colleges, a lot of people have stated that they've been receiving random notes telling them that they have been picked to make sure that they are no longer, I guess, a part of society, and they were the chosen ones to make sure that they're gonna pick cotton. It was just like, when I tell you, it's been so much things that has been actually coming out, and everybody in the uproar, and just, I guess, the feeling of Trump and presidency brings a lot of brings back a lot of racial and very discriminatory behaviors. I'll be honest. I, like I said before, the reason why I personally use the word propaganda, because I do feel like certain things are pushed out there to continue to bring division. And what else better to bring division if you bring back the racial climate that we had prior before? I mean, the racial climate has always been here. Please, let's not get it mistaken. And the reason why is because a lot of people don't know no better. So if you don't know no better, you ain't gonna do better. You're gonna continue to go by what you have been taught, and that's gonna be that. Hey Hank, hey Hank, I thank you for pulling up, Hank. Another one of my loyal supporters from the very beginning. And like I was saying, I know that life is lifing. So even when I don't see you guys pop up in the chat, I know you guys are like watching the replay, or you guys are in the bushes. And I appreciate you guys so much because you guys still keep me in the algorithm. And I just want to tell you guys, like, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Sorry I'm late. I was dealing with, listen, scumbags, trust and believe. I be dealing with some stuff too, so I get it. So many these days they are. I dropped a video on your last comment section, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna go check out the video, and I'm definitely going to come back with some commentary. Most definitely. So yeah, I seen. As a matter of fact, I seen the comment that you left, and I actually comment underneath it because I actually did go and watch what you said. So I definitely will be diving into that, because that for me was crazy. I want people to understand something. We've been going through a climate of racial disparages for a long, long time. I don't think that Trump being in office made it to be more worse than what it is. I mean, when I think about people taking the letters that's being sent to them and telling them they're going to be brought back into slavery, or they were being the ones picked to pick cotton, and we're sending you this letter because you're the one that's going to be the house slave. I want people to understand that that for me represents racial division yet again. Why? Because as human beings, unfortunately, we think with the emotional side of us based on what we know our ancestors been through. And I understand that part, but we got to step out of that box because we're no longer in that space. I have a lot of close loved ones that when they speak on certain things and they're like, oh my God, like we're about to go into slavery again. Well, you never left slavery. So if you ever thought slavery was abolished, no, slavery just got modernized. That's it. And when you think about slavery, slavery now doesn't even depict a color anymore because everybody is enslaved. And I'm going to tell you why. Because your mind, your mind got you enslaved. And we've been dealing with slavery for a very long time, okay? In many different aspects. Like I said, for me, I just feel like slavery just got a bit modernized. But you hear people speak, and it's like, so every other president before Trump coming in, do you guys feel like we were freed? And now that Trump is in office, now we're enslaved? I just want to understand what the concept is, and I'm not trying to knock anybody's thought process or how they feel or negate who anybody voted for. This is not what I'm here for. I'm here for an open perspective to get a better understanding of what other people thought process are when it comes down to where we are in 2024 with a president that was a president prior before, which for me, like I said in the beginning, he has always been the president, in my opinion, right? And everybody has a different perception, but I'm not here to negate anybody's perception. But I do think it needs to be a wide conversation. So, why do we feel like this man coming into presidency now means we're back into slavery when we never left it. Like we never left it. First Lady OG, what's your thoughts on that? And before you even answer me, First Lady OG, um, Elon Musk and Trump promised us a golden age. Let's see what they bring us. I have a good feeling about this. Hank, I'll be honest with you. I do. And a lot of people spoke of the bill, the project 2025. And I really think that people really need to go back and read the bullet points of Project 2025. And like I said, with anybody, right? We all could read the same book, but we all can then read the same book and somebody asks us what was that book about. All of our interpretation, 9 times out of 10, is going to be different, right? And that's what I don't think people really understand. And it's not about bringing the hate, you know what I mean? It's like, let's wait and see what actually happens and let's look back from when he was, the things that he did implement that was helpful. That's all I'm saying. We are in debt, slavery, the central banks, and mind control. Yep, I agree with you. And media, and we know who controls media. Trump has said many times he ain't with 2025. Listen, and the craziest thing about it is, I'm gonna say it to you guys again. Trump said he's not with the 2025 project because he has not even read it. Even though it came in front of him, he said he has not read it. I have actually went in to read portions of the 2025 project, and I literally was definitely looking at bullet points, right? And I'm going to throw some of those bullet points out to you guys to see what is your thought process. Hey Chantel, hey girl, how you been? I'm happy to see you. Like I was saying, I'm like when my moderators pull up, I'll be so happy to see y'all. Don't worry, I'm not. Look, I know life be lifing. I know life be lifing. But First Lady OG, what is your thoughts on this whole thing? While I pull up a few bullet points on the 2025 project. And yeah, you can give me your insight on what you feel also when I tell you the bullet points that I came across.
Hey Hank, apologies for whatever reason because of the device that I'm on. I'm unable to tap into the comments with you guys. I definitely wanted to shout out Hank as well because I do see you out there. I will go back and look at the video as well. But as far as my comments with that, I do agree with Hank. I absolutely agree with Word at the end of the day with the situations that we have been looking at. And I always say, remember who you are. Let him who have eyes see clearly. So therefore, you will always hear me say sometimes, if you know, you know. So that is kind of like a boundary statement that I put down that is so I don't have to really go into because again, politics and things is very controversial and heavy and though we all have opinions just like assholes, everybody has one. You know, some people feel very strongly about their opinions and it always turns into much more than it could be and but we do respect anybody's opinion here even if we don't agree with it, it's still your opinion and we accept it and agree to disagree. That's all. But as far as Trump is concerned, I would just always also say what I always say is that a lot of people are monkey see, monkey do. A lot of people do not really have a solid reason as to why they do not like Trump. It's all because of what the media has portrayed, but no one looks past without the media portraying anything. Just your regular eyes, just looking at a situation for someone who so called was not a president, not important, nobody gives a damn about him. Have you ever seen any other president that has supposedly been president, then supposedly lost, but then yet and still you are almost in his every waking moment since then, creating havoc in his life? Any other president that has gone on, they let them gone on and be gone on. You've seen Trump the last 4 years more than you've seen that damn Kamala Harris, and she was supposedly in the title. But again, I will just say if you know, you know. And if you know, you know. Trump was always in the position that he was. Who rides on the Air Force One? I'm just saying, people talk and don't even pay attention. Every time you seen your little boy Joe, so called, in the White House handling business, did you ever really take a look around and see? Was he ever in the White House? No. Do they have studios? Y'all watch The Oval. Y'all seen The Office. Y'all seen Scandal. It's very easy to put someone in a room to look like that they're sitting somewhere. But again, like I said, with your own eyes, have you ever seen someone who was the ex-president be so viewed and so frowned upon and so in his every waking moment? Why? Like, ask those questions. To me, people are so into the wrong things. Ask those questions. Ask the questions why people are so, why the real people are so afraid of him taking office. Because no one knows of the definitely over 13,000, because I've been saying 13,000 for about a year or so. So it's over 13,000 pedophile arrests and these rings that have been taken down by the white hats and him and JFK. So yes, me 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 I know Billy, my brother, also rest in peace, was definitely MAGA heavy as far as apparel, merch, and everything as well. So I definitely understand that too. Again, I don't want to be here to go back and forth of who and why we like and what, but I definitely feel, you know, um, at the end of the day, y'all got to understand about the media and the two different sides. Both sides are controlled by the same people. The red and blue that was created and separated are still controlled by the same, which is why we have to do what we have to do for us as the people, because at the end of the day, we all need to realize no one's swooping in to save us. I don't care who they so-called say that they're putting in the presidential seat, which is never an election. It's a selection, because they have been selected. There's a reason why that they are selected to sit in this seat. These people do not want to lose power. But if you know, you know. And if you know anything about Nasara Jasara, if you know anything about time traveling, if you know anything about aliens, if you know anything about metaphysical and spirituality, then you know what's really going on here. Then you know
That too,
what's really going on.
and it's a spiritual warfare. But I just had, and sometimes what, any Yanka, any Yanka. I don't want to. I hope I'm not butchering your name. Okay, so forgive me if I am. And I want everybody to understand something. I'm not negating your feelings to how you may feel about Trump. Um, what I want people to pay attention to is just policy. Definitely policy. You know, like a lot of times we go by what we're hearing and what's being pushed out there. And just like, please, just take the time out to do a little bit of research on the person. And let me tell you something,
And
because
who
I'm not a
controls the
big Trump.
media?
I'm sorry, say it again, First Lady OG.
I was just saying, and never forget who controls the media.
Right. And who controls the media? And like for me, right? I'm not a big Trump fan. I'll tell anybody, I'm not a big Trump fan. But can I agree with policies that I think will later on be beneficial for our children in the long run? Yes.
And
Um,
can I also say, pay attention to words? Because I'm not a fan of no one. I'm a fan of myself. I don't want
yeah,
nobody to be a fan of me. Those that come around me to do the due diligence and work with me to become a voice in my community is never to be called a fan. You understand? That's a word that they use to have you idolatry and idolizing other people. So at the end of the day, we're not here to push any agenda for anyone, whether it be red or blue. If you really know me and what I stand for, the polarity and the duality of it all, in which we're all supposed to be together as the American people without a separation of colors or beliefs or anything, because each and every individual on this land should want the best for each other, and we should all have freedom and equality to move and live the way we should live. It shouldn't be 1% live in a particular way and the other 99 scoffing and harboring and scratching and scraping to get something. So let's just get that out of the way before we not having political debates or anything of that nature.
yeah, a
We
hundred
will
percent.
speak particular facts that's known, that can be researched, coming from certain individuals that may be what you call in the political race, in which we can have some factual statements um allow for you all to see, as far as we also get certain information that we get from declassified information that becomes public information, with the connection that we have to the white hats, that gives us a lot of inside information when it comes to certain things. So we will definitely bring points of facts when it comes to certain things within the politics, but is that what we're all about? And if that's what this is, no, it's not.
No,
We have
it's
no problem
definitely
with
not.
you stating who you like or who you with, but I'm for the children. The
And yeah,
biggest pandemic, catastrophe, whatever word they want to use. It has nothing to do with C-19 shots or anything else. The biggest epidemic, aka pandemic, in this country is the trafficking of our children. And it ain't black children, white children, pink children, or blue
it's
children.
all
It
children.
is the children of
Mm-hmm,
America, of the world, that are being
mm-hmm.
attacked and that are being taken and that are being trafficked. So if you still within black and white, you don't belong around us anyway, because that's not what we're here to promote. We don't promote anything that says certain people are doing certain things to us. We're not here for that. Like I said, we're here for definitely putting out our points when it comes to certain things, but for the main part, factual statements and what we feel as the American people, and we should all be free and we should all have the opportunity to live and be happy with our families and each other without being scared of anything.
And that's where I'm at with it, First Lady OG. And you could not have said that any better. And that's why I always say, don't worry about anything. When you come through Theodicy Podcast, all perspectives are welcome. Disagree, agree, all of it is welcome, because this is what
You want
opens
the
up
whole
the
thing?
chain of dialect for us to begin to learn from each other. A lot of people keep on speaking on the 2025 project, in which Trump explains he it has come to him. He has not read through it, none of that. But know that the 2025 project is available for you guys to actually sit down and read it yourself. Like I will tell you, it's led up to you and what your interpretations are. But
Oh
I'm,
shit!
for me
Got to sign in
personally, it was
class.
certain bulletproof points that I pulled out. And I just want you guys to probably think about some of the bullet points that I'm gonna drop for you guys. It's like 7 bullet points that I came across. And I want you guys to think about it in the perspective of how it will affect you, right? And I just want you guys to also understand, Project 2025 is an historic movement brought together by over 100 respected organizations from across the conservative movement to take down the deep state and return the government back to the people. You hear what I'm telling you? I'm going to say it again. Project 2025 is a historic movement brought together by 100 respected organizations from across the conservative movement to take down the deep state and return the government back to the people. I say that and I repeat that because I want you guys to understand that that's where we begin to gain our freedom. Please understand that. It's mandated for leaders.
Yes. Woo!
The
God, thank
conservative
you.
promise.
Yes,
Let me
yes,
explain
yes.
something that was
I'm
published
sorry,
in
y'all. I'm,
April the
y'all
5th
don't
of last
understand.
year. Is a
Woo!
product of more than 400 scholars, policy experts from around the country. Listen to me, my people. Forget about who they send to be the messenger. Because a lot of times, who they send to be the messenger, they do that in manipulation for you to then go by what you see as the representative and the shell, and not what it really truly is. That's almost like a blindfold. And
No
I'm not putting
Chantal.
this on you, but this is just my opinion. I'm not saying for anybody to think the way I'm thinking, but this is how
Exactly.
I analyze it. And when I really took my time to really go through Project 2025, these were the bullet points that I think that we really need to think about. Why? Because it is going to set us free in a whole different type of way.
And
I know you
understand.
guys may feel some type of way when it comes down to securing the borders, but I'm going to break down the bullet points to you as he has it. I'm not telling you right now if I agree with all of the bullet points, but what I will tell you is I want you guys to listen to it and put your perspectives and what you may feel, right?
and
Okay.
and always understand it is not for anyone to be completely with what everyone or anyone says. It's like I stated, it's as crazy as things have been, and as wicked of things that we have seen to come to turn out to understand that's happening amongst us as the people all over our country, being fed poison, giving poison to our children, and things of that nature. These are not things that we're just speaking on. This is what's happening. Whether you choose to turn a blind eye to it or you understand it for what it is, I just want you all to feel as, like I said, as hard as it may have been, this is a wonderful and beautiful time to be alive. For the age that I'm in, I've been here for over 5 decades. Would I have ever thought that I would ever see such a turn and shift in the world while I was here? No. But I also was blind for more than half of my life as well, and lied to and did not understand. So I'm still deprogramming and reprogramming myself with the things anew. And if everybody really was to do the same, and know what's important and needed for their family, and looked out to those that were helping and going in that direction, so you could have someone to walk with, almost like within The Walking Dead. Those of you that are walking around that know what's going on, when you bump into people, the first thing y'all ready to do, hold on, back up, wait a minute, wait. Let's see where you at with it. Are you like us, trying to stay alive and keep our family safe? Yep, then you running with us. If you're sick and you have a different thing and you trying to take from us or take us down, then here we go with our situation. But again, I feel like this is a beautiful time to be alive. Again, listen to the bullet points. If you don't agree, you don't have to. But for the most part, for you to be able to have the say over your life and family at this moment, and you could actually make decisions to create generational wealth for when you're no longer here anymore. I mean, how much, what more could you want in life? And no, Chantel, we did not talk about RHQ yet.
Oh yeah, you see me putting it in there. I was putting it in there. I was about to
But for
tell her I
whatever
just found it was
reason,
like
on the
some
device that
suspicious
I am,
situations.
it's not allowing me to it's not allowing me to talk in the comments, because every time I try to type in the comments, it's telling me that I need to sign in to YouTube, and I'm signed in. So it's just because of the device I'm on. So I'm not gonna worry about it. So that's why I was addressing y'all live, because for whatever reason I cannot type in the
No, you know
comments.
what's so funny?
Okay.
I actually realized that because I know a lot of times when we're back and forth, you're sometimes in the comments when I'm speaking, and I do the same thing, vice versa. Um, listen here. Chantel, some things came up with Rich Homie Quan, like the first lady said. We didn't jump into it. We are about to jump into it. I definitely have to pace my mom's time because she definitely has to get in class in a few. but we're
Well,
gonna
I'm not
jump.
sure where they are, but I'm good until 8 because I
Okay,
just got
perfect.
an email that class had been canceled due to the storm and they lost power. So
Okay,
um
great. Okay, no, not great, not great, mom, not great.
that
But I'm saying it's just, you know what I mean, but
I understand already.
not
I
great
get
like
it.
that.
I get
Yeah, like, because it sounds so badly like great. No, I
Right,
didn't
good,
mean it
good,
like that.
good. I
But
know.
we're gonna jump into it. That's so perfect. Chantal, we're about to jump into it, girl, because I'm gonna tell you, I've been feeling some real funny, suspicious behaviors. That sidebar, everybody, sidebar, sidebar. You know, me and Chantel, we be sidebarring because, girl, I ain't gonna hold you. That Rich Homie Quan stuff been really kind of like, whoo, child. All right. I'm gonna come right back to that. Let me tell you guys really, really quickly the rundown of my 7 bullet points because I need you guys to really just, just please, just think about it really quick. And like I said, sometimes the messenger, we may not like the messenger, but just pay attention to the messages, right? And listen, I ain't saying what I'm saying is what you guys should believe. I just want you guys to research with me and let's come together and put our minds together to then figure this shit out so we have a plan to know where we eventually are heading. Now, when I came through the 2025 project, it was bullet points that I definitely looked for that stood out that I know 9 times out of 10 would affect the people on a whole. Please understand that. I do come from family of migrants also. Please understand that also, okay? But let me just give you the rundown of what I pulled out, which was in the 2025 project, the actual bullet points of it, because I literally took my time and took it down. The first bullet point with Trump, as far as putting um, into bill for Congress to pass, is to secure the border, finish building the wall, and deport illegal aliens that are committing crimes on American soil, or legal aliens that are not fully going through the process to have some form of citizenship. Okay. The second bullet point I came across was de-weaponizing the federal government by increasing accountability and oversight of the FBI and the DOJ. Now, before I go through all the bullet points, because of course I have the First Lady OG in the building and I have my beautiful people in the chat, the first two policies that you guys hear that Trump wants to sign into bill, because it has to go through Congress. And if Congress don't sign off on it, then guess what? It doesn't get passed. So let's just keep that in mind too. So before we all get flustered, just know Congress has to pass the bill as it won't even get signed. But that goes to show you how insignificant a president really is. I'm just saying. I'm just telling. I'm just saying. So, First Lady, when you hear the first bill that Trump wants to sign um, into order, passed through Congress, is to secure the borders and finish building the wall and report illegal aliens that are committing crimes on American soil or not wanting to go through the full process of at least getting citizenship through in America. Um, what is your thought process with that particular one? And then I'll jump into the second policy that he requested under Project 2025. The request that they're stating that he is requesting, but mind you, I want you guys to listen to what I told you in the very beginning. He did an interview where he said, I never seen the 2025 project. In fact, it's been here, it's been all over, it came, it's on my desk, and I still haven't looked through it. So I don't know what it says and I don't know what it looks like. So I can't say that I can agree with it. But the propaganda that has been being pushed is that he knows what's happening in the 2025 project, right?
Okay. Wow. My boy, see, I don't want to get into certain things because, again, it's just too political and it's just too, everybody's not going to understand the fact of time traveling or ever give him the credit of being a time traveler, and which is why he knows certain things. Okay, but as far as immigrants and immigration status, we're all immigrants. We're all immigrants. Now, if you're not indigenous to the land, the people that are unfortunately making these laws and things, they ain't from here. But again, if you know, you know. So it's but so much I can say to not confuse certain people. So I just will say that we are all immigrants. And as far as people here that are not willing to be here righteously, if there's no situation and there's no problem for coming into the office and saying this is where I'm from and this is where I'd like to be and here's my paperwork, I don't see why that's a situation for anyone if you're coming from elsewhere. Always somebody that wants to cut corners or something, to me, just always makes it seem as if you have something to hide or it's something that you don't want someone to know as to why you just can't go through proper channels. If all it is a process, then why you can't go through the process like everybody else?
I'll be honest with you, First Lady. I think I'm going to play devil advocate on this part just because I feel like if a lot of migrants felt in the very beginning, based on policies from prior presidents, that they felt safe enough to be able to bring their credentials in front and say, well, listen, I come from this part of the world and my struggles is this. And let's keep in mind, this America we live in, we take from a lot of different countries. Let's make that quite
Yeah, but
clear,
you got to
right?
understand too, a lot of these migrants
Hold
and
on.
people that have come from here, they have been given things to come here. That's why this is really a hard situation to really
Right.
start
And
talking about if
but
you
listen,
don't really
I
know, because the
listen,
most of them were paid to come here.
but look, I understand that also, right? I understand that in this day and age, what we're facing and how everything is so diabolical, that that does play a part. But then I'm speaking from also knowing experience with certain things. And when I say, like, for me, I feel like for certain migrants that they don't have a bad background from where they came from, but it's just the nervousness based on the policies that were there before, right? Now, policies that has been put in place that was there before has strongly made a lot of migrants feel like they had no other choice but to come through the borders through water or whatever way they could come through to be able to get a better way of living for their family
And
and
to
their
me,
loved ones or whatever, right?
has a lot to do with the company. I mean, the country and who's running the countries at the end of the day. But you got to
Right.
understand there's a lot of other things that were signed previously. That's why I say you really got to go into
No,
history
but no,
if
what
you're
I'm
going to
saying is
start
I
saying these
totally
things.
understand that, but I'm gonna say this, First Lady. It's a lot of people that don't understand back then what that migrant crisis looked like for a lot of migrants to want to come to America, and America, and I live. I'm This is
But
my
it was
native
something. It
land,
was
right?
something signed as well that you have to know. That was the was a treaty by the UN that was signed for migrants and things of that nature. That's why I'm saying this is heavy to really debate if you're not going to go
No,
all
but
the
that's
way
the thing about
into
it. I
um
don't wanna. I
social
don't think it should
studies
be a debate.
and really go back into like the treaty that was signed years ago by the UN
But
that
listen,
made all of this possible. The average
I
person
don't.
doesn't know anything about that.
Yeah, right. But I don't think it for me. For me, I don't think that I'm like, I'm not debating. It's certain things that I truly feel strongly about, and it's certain
Right, but
things.
it's nothing that we
Right,
could say if there was a treaty signed before we was even born that this is supposed to happen. There's nothing we
right,
can say
right.
when we're only seeing it at face value. We're only seeing it from where it is now. But we have no idea the whole treaty. We have no idea exactly what it posed and what was supposed to happen and in the year that it was supposed to happen. For somebody to really want to come and debate certain things when it comes to that, they really need to come with the treaty, the year that it was signed, the stipulations of the treaty to say whether or not it's right or wrong. But to me, you already know that half of this shit is not righteous anyway. There's so many treaties and things that have been signed from this country that, I mean, look at us now. Everybody's running over here through the waters and everything, and they have no idea that this country is not even moving the way it's supposed to be moving. We're supposed to be living off of
I mean,
securities.
listen,
And
because
we're
I'm gonna
not
be
living
real
off
with you.
securities. We're working debt. We're paying debt with
Right.
debt.
But I'm gonna tell you something so real, right? Now, coming that's why I always say to my people, like, listen, the misinterpretation of what
You
okay,
see
so
right
guess
now.
what?
Right.
Let me say it better, right? The interpretation of somebody coming from Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, it's like, oh my God, America is the land of the free. America is where if you don't touch America, you ain't making it. They think in these countries because of what they're going through and all that has been taken from them also that guess what? America is their only key of freedom, not knowing that you guys are already free.
And this is
You
crazy to
guys
me.
that live in certain
Exactly.
areas
The
of the
people
world
that
are already free.
are
You
running
coming
over
into
here.
enslaved land.
Exactly. They so quick to say that those countries are poor, but yet and still those countries that they're running from saying they want the American dream, you own everything where you are. The
I'm
American
just saying.
people are the poorest people in the world walking around like they're not. We don't
I'm
own
just saying.
anything. We're
But
in a
because you know
super
why?
game of
Because
Monopoly
everybody
going
lives
around
off
and
of
around and around, and we own nothing that we're busting our ass to pay for and paying
because
notes on.
everybody is worried about vanity. Vanity, that's one of the biggest thing, and that's what gets
Mm.
everybody caught up. But that's why I say, and so when people travel from some of the Caribbean areas, Central America, wherever you coming from, and you
They've done no
travel,
history
you expect
research.
to say that America is the place of where you're going to be freed and be able to see better living and be able to take care of your family. Because remember, the people that's coming from back home have a different way of life versus the people that are born here on these American soils.
And then you come
Period.
here and don't realize that you were really free.
But
You were
oh
free.
God, that's all I'm saying. That's
And you
all I'm
come
saying.
here and like I say, pay attention. You saying that you're poor and America is rich. But yet and still, America has this game that they have been playing
But how
to
America
its
get rich?
own
Because guess what?
people that you in no way can say that you're rich. You cannot walk outside and pick a fruit off the tree and eat it to sustain life that you can in these other countries that they're running from, saying that they're so poor. Their house
But
might not be as
let
big
me,
as the house
but
in
you know why they
America,
feel
but
like
yet and
they're
still
poor?
they own it. This
The
is, but
first
because
lady
to me,
OG.
people don't
You know why
know.
they feel like they're poor? Because just how we as American born people don't know what we own, our people that's back home in these West Indian countries, South American countries,
They
they
know
don't
what
know
they
that they
own.
own the shit either. But let's
They know.
make this quite clear.
That means they're not doing no history, because people in other countries and in the
You
Caribbean,
know what it
they
is?
know they
It's not
own their
even
land.
doing. It's
They
not
know
even
they
that
own
though.
that house.
You know what it is?
You
Is
coming
yet
over here
again,
playing games.
is yet again people not understanding. If you don't do certain researches to realize what you're truly giving up. But guess what? When you're, and this is where they put us in a desperate point. If you're at a desperate point and you're looking at your baby and you got to feed your baby, and you're saying to yourself, let me tell you something, majority of what you see out here in this American soil, even from back home, this is the thing that people have to come into realization too. Yes, they are freed, but they just don't know they're free. Just like we sit in America and don't even know how we could be freed, but yet we
No,
are supposed to
we
be
in
free,
America, sitting in
right?
America like we're free, and not acknowledging the fact that we are slaves here.
All right.
That's what's
And
wrong with America,
but guess
first and
what?
foremost.
But then
Nobody does any reading, like we said earlier.
I want
Nobody's
to tell
doing
my
any
people this
due
too.
diligence,
Oh,
and
mhm.
nobody's doing any true research on where you come from.
Nope.
Read the
And I want,
Constitution where you come from. Read each
and
and
it's very
every
important.
treaty that's out here. Read the Bill of Rights. If we read anything or questioned the shit that we did not understand that they were saying in social studies and American studies, had we to really did our homework and realized how broke this country was from 1871, that this country has no money. This country is not backed by precious jewels for all of these years. There was no
But check
money
this
here.
right here. What? Speak on it. Speak on it, first lady. Speak
And they
on it.
had us
And
come here
this is real
thinking
time.
America's the best America. Y'all seen Avatar? Y'all seen what the government said? All right, we're gonna make y'all look
But
like
guess
them
what? You know
in there,
why?
make
Because
them
guess
like
what?
you.
My
This is
first
what
lady
your country
OG.
does.
You know why though? Because even, and this is what a lot of, when we think about Jamaica and we think about Barbados, Antigua, Bahamas, these are all places that carry resorts. Dominican
Haiti.
Republic.
But these
Let's think
people
about all
fought.
the places that carry resorts, okay? That these people from there think that they're gaining a profit. But when you look at the money
Yes.
exchange is very different. You understand
Mm.
what I'm saying? So this is why they come to America and feel like, oh, this is what it is. And guess what? My migrant people,
Again, no research. Again,
no research.
have
But I'm
no
gonna tell you something
idea
so real.
that the fiat
The
money
migrants
that
that,
America is throwing around is a debt note, a promissory note, and it is worth nothing. It is worth as the same
but
amount
hold
as the
on.
money in the
What about
monopoly game.
what about the migrants that came through here, right? That was getting 2003. They was getting big money, right? That was that was their money. I want y'all to know that. That was their money that was converted into American money. But we ain't even gonna go
When
because
you
that's gonna go over
understand that
people's
the
heads.
country is built off your back, and every piece of dollar and anything that has any value is off of your back, and it's
But
technically your
listen,
money. If you do not understand that part of
yeah,
it
that's
at
their
all
money.
yet,
100%. The money
then
that
we have a
came
serious
here through
problem.
India and all of that, it was back through them. So when the money exchange came through, that's why you got to know what countries are worth what, as far as when it comes down to even the exchange of coins or dollars, right?
Yeah, but y'all got to pay
Let
attention
me
to
tell
what's
you
going on
something
now.
too.
Does everybody read about BRICS? Does everybody know what BRICS is? Does everybody
Right.
know
But
what's
let
really
me tell you
going on
something
with the
too.
money?
You know what also drew a wedge? When people think about um racial behaviors. Oh, this person is racist because this person is what let me explain something to you. This is so deep that when you actually dive more deep into it, right? If a migrant comes here, right? Okay, say I'm working a job and my job is paying me $19 an hour, right? I know at that point my value, and because of whatever is in paperwork for them, labor departments, whatever, you guys already know the spill, that they're gonna pay me. They gotta pay me that 19 or $20, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm native to this land. So when we talk about Native American, native to this land, if you're born here, then this is
Yeah,
yours,
but
right?
that's the catch-22. You
You're
native to this land, and yet you still mark every piece of paper that you are a United States citizen, which takes everything from you. This is what I'm saying.
correct.
Lack of
Correct.
knowledge
But look how they
makes
even
you
play
not
around with it too. Because
understand
guess what?
anything.
But
You
guess what?
can't.
They're gonna pay you. They're gonna pay you. Oh yeah, we're gonna pay you 19, $20 an hour. But it's gonna be a migrant that's gonna come in that they're gonna say, we're gonna pay you $6. We're gonna pay you $7. And they're doing triple and double the work to get paid $6 or $7. Don't get it twisted. We worked hard to get to the 19 or the 18 or the $20 an hour, but please believe it. What's taking over is the fact that they're not even realizing their worth. The point of us saying what we're saying is it doesn't matter what part of the world you come from. We all have to unite and band together. Period. It ain't about color, what part of the world you come from. We all are one. Period. We all got to come together at some point in order to see a big, significant change. I mean, for me personally, that's what it boils down to. But because America puts the propaganda to put racist shit out there, listen, if it's not racial, we got what we call how can I say, colorism. We got colorism. If you ask me right now, colorism versus racism is at a heighten. And I don't even know what the purpose behind you being a colorist at the end of the day. But you dealing with it though, because America put that on the forefront. When you go and you turn on your social medias, your televisions, they push certain shit. The music, we can talk about the frequency, the megahertz, why certain things are able to tap into that chemical imbalance in the brain. Listen, First Lady OG, look, this shit, as I will tell you, I think for me, what is the perception? We have the ability to be able to go over what that perception may be. That's all I'm saying. Now, I have another one for you. As I told you, his second bullet point was de-weaponizing the federal government by increasing accountability and oversight of the FBI and the DOJ. What is your thoughts on that when you hear that his second bill that he would want to pass through Congress will be to de weaponize the federal government by increasing accountability and oversight of the FBI and the DOJ? I mean, when you hear that, do you feel like that is against you, or do you feel like that is for you as, as a people? What's your thoughts? And please put your thoughts in the comments. All perspectives are welcome. All perspectives are welcome. You could agree, you could disagree. We are open over here. Just drop in. Don't stay in the bushes too long, y'all. First Lady OG, what is your thoughts on that?
I mean, at the end of the day, first and foremost, what I will say is if you know, you know. Once again, here we go. All of the three-letter alphabet communities are run illegal, unlawfully, or whichever word that you want to use. Um, so with that being said, any power taken away from them is great because they hold too much power and they're moving unlawfully or illegally. I should say WHO, FBI, CDC, ACS, CPS, and any other alphabet you want to put out there, ABC, DFG, and all the rest of them. So, with that being said, I just would also say that anywhere that units are being held accountable for treason, crimes against humanity, and things of that nature, overthrowing governmental administrations and things of that nature, anybody that's being stood to justice for that, they should be. They should be. If you are sitting in a company that's supposed to be for the people and you are working against the people, with the people that are against the people, a lot of people don't even know that a government ain't even supposed to be a corporation. Is your government a corporation? Hmm. That's a nice poll to put out there to see how much people really know. Hmm. Is your government a corporation? Because if it is, it ain't supposed to be. And if they corrupt, you allowed to create your own militia. So with that being said, as again I said, people, it's time to do what we need to do as the people. And as the people, we need to come together. Is everybody going to be with it? No, because so many people have been indoctrinated to believe this about this person, this about that person, just like Word stated. Everybody thinks that because you from Jamaica, you can't stand next to somebody from Haiti. Because you from Dominican Republic, you can't be with those from Puerto Rico. Like they've made so many divisions to divide and conquer us that we can't even see that enough to put aside the bullshit and come together as a whole in order to make a big change for us as the American people. Stop thinking of the black community, the Spanish community, the American people as a whole. We're all hurting. We all are being lied to. We all are shopping at the same warehouses of dead, poisonous food, aka supermarket. We all shopping at the same ones, except if you out of this country. The country that they're running from to come here, they supermarkets food is different. They government don't allow them to have the crud that we have here in those countries that they running from to come over here. They have no idea. In the UK, they don't even have our bread over there because our bread in the UK is not even considered food. People need to start doing serious, real research before you really want to start debating and talking about certain things. Go read. Go read and find out what's really going on out here before you say you not with this or I ain't with that. I'm with anyone that's trying to show us the true path to freedom. Our classification. No, we not US citizens. So stop checking that damn box. If you
We
claim yourself
native.
as a U.S. citizen, that is where you lose all your rights and powers as a sovereign being to the land and adhering to the birth certificate and all of that. No, we didn't know these things. Neither did our parents, neither did our grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
But year
Correct.
2024 was the year of the awakening. It's the year of the shift. It's the a year of realizing that the truth is more disturbing than the lies. So I can understand people trying to run or running from the truth because they said the truth will be more disturbing than the lies. But just because they're more disturbing than the lies, do not make them any less true. And they said
That
those who
part.
see it will be deemed crazy. Call me Crazy Joe, whatever the hell you want to call me. But you got to start looking at life from a whole totally different lens than what you have been looking at it from. If you think your eye is open, go watch Matrix and see how you feeling. Go watch the Avatar, the first one at the very least, and see how you feel about your country, where you run into.
That part. And it's something else I wanted you to touch on, First Lady OG, because when I wrote this particular one down, when I wrote this, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I wrote this third bulletproof down, I said, this reminds me of the First Lady because I'm gonna let you go in depth to why. You already know why it reminded me of you and what your path and journey is right now to make it come into fruition to the things that we have been unknown to for a very long time.
Mm,
The
mm.
reason why I wrote an I for myself, it may not be a bullet point for anybody else that reads Project 2025, but for me, it was a bullet point for me, right? And that bullet point was unleash American energy production to reduce energy price. When I say that to you, First Lady, I know that it, you hearing that statement alone and him wanting to put that bill to be passed through Congress has been long coming based on your knowledge. And I'm going to allow the First Lady to dive in deep into what this bill may look like for us in the future and what it should have been for all these hundreds of thousands of years. And I'm going to say it
Exactly.
again to you guys.
All
It
we
may
got to
not
do
be
is
a
say,
bulletproof for
right,
anybody else to pull out, but while I was reading it, I wrote down certain things that stood out to me that I consider to be bulletproof, that does matter. And one of
right.
those was unleash American energy productions to reduce energy prices.
And look what he
All right,
said,
First Lady, you take it
unleash
away.
it. Right, how he said, unleash it. Like, get it from the grips of the hands of those that are making it to where you got to buy it from them. All I got to do is say Nikola Tesla. Energy is free. They told us to be raised with the also knowing that ain't nothing free. So I know I get a lot of backlash when it comes to this, as far as saying hmm, the things that are naturally needed and what we need to actually be free are free. Unleashing it because it's free. The sun, the energy, is free. The fruits and the herbs that are grown on the lands are free. Love is free. This is what's needed to be absolutely free. Energy is free. Gold is free. It's created with amongst the ground. You can go searching and sifting, and you got these motherfuckers on on your cable channel out there, whole families out there fighting other families that they done spent their life savings on all kind of contraptions to dig up gold out the ground and go somewhere to be paid for it, risking their lives for shit that's actually free. That the government has scraped the country trying to make sure that they got every piece of it because they knew that they could put a value to it. So now there has been a value put to gold to where now you damn near can't even afford it. It's what's gold right now? I gotta get next to my other device to tell y'all how much gold is an ounce right now. But shit, it's not as much as melanin, but it's very expensive. Hey Sonia, what's up? But yes, everything in life that you really need for ultimate freedom, it is free. You can travel for free. Okay, now your vehicle, you might have to put some gas in it or charge it. But at the end of the day, should it be 8, 5, 6, 4, 3, $12 again? No, no, it shouldn't. Not for the abundance of what it is, but for those that have gone through drilling and paid their dues to drill and transport and create a station in which they can serve it to us. I have no problem giving compensating someone for the work that they've done. But to keep teaching and preaching that nothing is free is I mean, if you want to say it takes work, but it takes toll. I don't mind working for myself. I don't mind going out in my yard and picking fruit and bagging it up or basking it up to send someone to trade and barter. That's how we used to live, through trade and barter. I got apples and I've got greens. If you still eating meat, they got chickens, so which means they got the chicken wings and they got eggs. So therefore, here goes some eggs for those apples, and here goes some collard greens for some of that chicken. If you eat meat, but at the end of the day, where'd the money come in? The true money that's in the general post office, not the United States of America Postal Service, not them. The general post office, the real post office, our true bank that has the real lawful money that's backed by precious metals, golds, and jewels. Nobody even knows about that. Nobody knows that the post office is our bank. Nobody knows that the post office is our everything, even our damn court. But because you cannot trust these people, you can do it from home. Just get you a private mailbox, not a P.O. box, because a P.O. box is still under their jurisdiction. You should get a private mailbox. He's allowing energy. Now we got to start getting in these books and getting these classes while my daughter's saying where I am, because I am learning to adverse and reverse these processes that they have put upon us to sneak us out of our wealth, of our abundance upon birth, and that has us living out here in debt slavery ever since we were born, that is trying to keep our children, grandchildren, great grands, and great great grands there to come in debt slavery forever. If you do not get out here and do your due diligence, do some reading, change your classification, become a national of the state where you reside or where you come from, become a sovereign being of the land, to not have to adhere to the admiral law, which is of England's Vatican, that floats in a boat, which is why all our children are locked up off of admiral law, which is the law of the sea, which has no bearings here for God's law on the land. God's law is the law of the land. You cannot break the law. Laws are not made to be broken. Statutes, orders, and codes are made to be broken, not laws. So you're not breaking laws. So 9 times out of 10, a lot of our children are being held for all the wrong reasons, not as the Constitution. So I will say, get well versed in the Constitution, get well versed in the world treaties, get well versed in the Bill of Rights, get well versed in your city and where you are or where you truly want to become a national. And let's learn how to own all of these things that they swindle from us to have you believing that you own anything when you don't own nothing. And they just give you the illusion of it, and it just keeps going round and round. They taxing you for the money that you work for. And then the money that's already taxed, you go turn around and buy something and pay taxes on that. And then you turn around and get something from that. And if you don't pay taxes on that at the end of the year, pay taxes on everything that you bought, they come in to take it. Or they're going to charge you back all of this money, like all this money that you use wasn't already taxed. But taxes to the country is American tyranny. From the early 1900s, the last Supreme Court ruling is that you could not tax the American people. But being that we don't have no representation, we are not the republic. They have created their government. You don't have no say in nothing. Each and every individual that wants to get up and get out and talk and debate politics, I bet you they don't even know the names of the two people that represent their state in the seat in the House. I guarantee you, maybe one person out of every, I don't even know. I'm skitting it saying 20 and maybe 50, maybe 90 that knows the names to the seats of the representatives that represent their state. But you want to argue politics. You don't even know who represents your state. You want to argue politics when you don't even know the man that sits in the office around the corner on the boulevard that's supposed to be the councilman to your city. But then you get on the phone and have conversations with Betty around the corner of how much you hate this and hate that. But you talking to the wrong people. Betty ain't gonna do a damn thing. Yeah, girl, I know. Get on my damn nerves too. Mm-mm. What's up with that councilman around the corner? You and Betty, Shirley, and everybody else get up and go around the corner and see Councilman Jack, Bill, whatever the hell his name is. We not gonna vote you in this office, sir, if we don't see some changes going around here in this neighborhood. Go to the board meetings in your neighborhood and wonder why we ain't represented. Ain't nothing happening for us because we don't do that kind of shit. That's why we don't do those things. We rather get on the phone, like I said, and call our peoples and bitch and moan. But you don't want to get out there in the street and make the moves. You saw when they stopped teaching the kids how to sign their name. If you got younger children or grandchildren and you saw they wasn't carrying no books no more, how many got out there and said something? Nobody. In New York and in Philly, because Philly is the only place in Pennsylvania that I know is working off some New York shit with not giving out bags when you go shopping in the store. If that's in your country, or your city and state, that's because y'all allowed it. Did they make it a thing for you to go against it? Even if they didn't, make it a thing yourself. Go to the councilman, call your homegirl that live across town and tell her to call her councilman and get all her people in her area to say yes. Do your own petition. How you gonna go spend $200, $300, $400 in the store, and then you want me to turn around and pay you another $3 or $4 for bags to carry it out the store after I purchased it? Or I have to buy the bag? What the hell? This is what I'm saying. But we don't want to stand up for ourselves. But then you got your sons and them on the block ready to kill each other because the nigga stepped on his brand new sneaker that he probably ain't even buy. Telling you, man, it's twisted out here. And everybody's thinking about the wrong things. Your children is worried about essential hoodies and Balenciagas and all kind of shit, and not even know that a Balenciagas is exploiting and trafficking children. The whole red bottom thing is signifying the blood of children on the bottom of shoes. But everybody want to pair them shits in their closet to represent that you with the hurting of a child. I better stop talking so much and start doing some reading and some research and find out what's really going on out here. Pay attention to what your children are listening to and what they want and ask them how much they really know. You sending them to that school building to be programmed. The jails control the men. The
Mm-hmm.
churches control the females. And the schools control the children. When are you going to start controlling your own life, self, and child?
Ooh, First Lady, you are hitting everything on the nose. And this is what I am like when I say I love the open dialect, and this is what the conversation truly needs to be about. This is what it truly needs to be about. And this is why I definitely wanted to dive in with you guys and just, let you guys know. Look, I read the 2025 project. I pulled out some bulletproof points that I felt that necessary for us to really pay attention to versus what's really being put out here. Just doing our research, you know what I mean? And this is very important. Like I said, forget about the person that they're sending to be the messenger. Just catch the message. Just catch the message. And First Lady, you hit everything on the head. And even when we think about what the First Lady was just saying, it comes down to the cut of the growth of government spending. Because when you think about the government spending and all the money that they invest, and it's our money they're investing. We work hard, they tax us, they do all these things. And it's being invested other places, and they're making not millions, not billions, but we're talking about trillions, right? Now we're not even the dollar bill ain't worth nothing. Now we have to figure out a way to make sure if you have any gold, keep the gold you got. Try to figure out a way to get your hands on gold. You know what I mean?
That part.
Listen, this shit is definitely real. When we tell you do your own research and read it from your perspective and put your own intuition into what you're reading to guide your path. For real.
Oh, what happened, y'all? She had to make a run. My bad. My bad. I'm here. I'm here. Um, but at the end of the day, everyone, again, I apologize. I could be long winded and I can be a little long winded and I could be a little passionate because right now, actually, as my daughter can tell you, like I'm in three different financial situations to help learn these processes and remedies to get us out of some of these things that we're in when it comes to just debt and lies and paying a bunch of bills. Like at the end of the day, I always say my main statement always says that the only reason why any of us go to work is because we believe that we got bills.
Now,
Okay.
respectfully, I'm sorry to
Um,
my moderator, to any of my moderators. Can you do me a favor? I do not, I do not stop anybody from putting their opinion nor their perspectives, whether it's in the chat or if I was to drop my link and you guys hit my panel. It's someone that came in right now, and I don't, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not stop anybody from voicing their opinions, but due to YouTube guidelines, we have to be mindful of certain things that we put in the chat. And I don't know if I'm reading it right. Um,
I'm
but
not
can you
really
do me a
understanding
favor?
it myself. I'm not really
Okay.
understanding it.
So
It sounds.
can I get one of my moderators to please block this person that just came in respectfully, because I mean, listen, you are entitled to your own opinion, your own perspective, whatever your interpretations are on what we're speaking about, but it goes to show me that you not fully understanding on what's being spoken on. And so I don't really have time for all of that. So I don't
I
know,
mean, yeah.
any of
If
my
you don't,
moderators block this person right here, please.
yeah. All right. Um. Apologies, guys. We'll just go ahead on and like she said, we really don't.
This sounds
Uh.
like KK channel of racist fools. No wonder you have 5 views. All right, you have a blessed day. I mean, when you get educated, then you let me know and then we can have a better conversation, to be
I
honest with
mean,
you.
but at the end
Because
of
to
the day,
understand what racism is and what a racist is, then you
and
let me
we
know.
wait a minute, but we sound racist, go crazy because I've actually been stating ever since we've been on here that we not here for none of that.
No, we're not. And I'm trying to see if I can actually go
Okay, so I don't
in.
know why it's not okay. All right, see, I was trying to do something, but you did it already. I was trying to see how this really works to allow me to
But I want
see.
to leave this comment. I want to leave this comment up here
Yeah,
because
but
this
see,
is
on
what
the computer, it's
exactly.
already gone. On the computer, it's gone. When it says
Yeah,
you
it's gone.
hidden,
Can you see what's up on my can you see what's up right now?
yeah.
Okay, great. So this is I'm leaving this up here for a purpose because this is what I talk about when I talk about ignorance. And if we want to know what ignorance actually means, because a lot of people use the word ignorance and do not know the meaning of it. Ignorance mean a person that does not know any better. And so this individual right here doesn't know any better based on just this comment alone. And that means you tapped in and you heard what you wanted to hear in order to put in this comment that you put in.
Yeah, but I
But
mean,
I'm
what
not
did you
turning
hear?
you away.
Because anything that I said had nothing to do with racism, had nothing to do with Proud Boys or however you want to see it. I didn't even really mention too many people's names when I was saying what I was saying. So how
No.
could someone take interpret interpret me as being, and then the KKK at that? That's
Right. And
crazy.
so I'm gonna tell
But
you
then
right now, this right
check
here,
out the picture though. Can you see the picture?
that's why I put it there. And check it out though. What I'm gonna tell you right now is even with this, I know this is a troll, but I'm gonna say this. When you're ready to speak and have a conversation, whether you could agree to disagree, the Honesty podcast is always open. I removed your comments because what I won't tolerate is any disrespect when it comes down to my platform or how we distribute information. Now, with intelligent people, which I know I have a lot of intelligent people that I deal with per se. I don't know who you deal with, but we have learned from very young. It's not what you say, but it's definitely how you say it. But this particular person, First Lady OG, it seems to be a troll. But
Yeah.
I don't shun you. I'm waiting for you to want to come back in and learn. And if you don't know who the First Lady OG is, Auntie, then you gonna know the doors never lock. But that's when you get right. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So with that being said, when you get right, you could come back on through through
Mm-hmm.
Theodicy Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you're gonna definitely have to change this whole getup right here, as I won't be
Mm-hmm.
able to accept you. And go
Mm-hmm.
subscribe to the First Lady is Auntie's house, because trust and believe me, you're gonna need a place where you could always go and open the door to receive knowledge.
And you could always walk right in.
That's it. But yeah, guys, with that being said, we're not going to take too much time on that. What I would say, guys, is like I said, the Odyssey podcast welcomes all opinions. I also welcome opinions, different perspectives. All of those fall into the same line. All I request is that when you do type into the chat, that you keep it respectful, right? Um, and
Because
like
at
I
the end
said,
of the day,
be
it will
mindful.
mess with her monetization and things of that nature, which is why I have also, like y'all already know, my mouth could get crazy, but I'm working not on just for, words, monetization for my own self, for my own channel and anybody's channel or platform that I want to speak on. I'm definitely a work in progress, as my daughter always says. I'm definitely still a work in progress, in which I am still I ain't where I want to be, but I ain't where I used to be either. So I also, which why sometimes you might seem like I'm talking slow, but I'm just thinking about what I'm saying and making sure that I'm saying it in a way where it doesn't always have to be, you know, with one of those words. But sometimes, then when you get people that come through like that, it make it very easy for me to use, certain words. So
But you know the funniest thing about it, when you see people, and I hope I'm not butchering your name, right? But it says Goo B2. I hope Goo B2, I'm not butchering your name or whatever have you.
I mean, if you read it the way it's written, that's it.
Right. And so a lot of times people are looking for a bad reaction. And I go by energy. I
Or they try
definitely
to hurt your
don't.
feelings. They really want your feelings hurt, or they want you to be upset and angry and take
Right.
your
But
take your
honestly,
energy.
that's a personal issue. That's a personal issue.
Exactly. It is.
But what I do want you to know, from the photo I'm looking at, I can tell that you seem to be a handsome man, and if that's your wife or whoever that may be in the photo, also seems to be a beautiful woman. And with that being said, all we're open to is different perspectives, and it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. And definitely, if you type in a chat, it can be misinterpreted a different type of way. And that's why I placed it up on the thumbnail, that everyone can see it. I don't ban nobody. I have respect for everybody's opinion. And I feel like it's a place where you can be able to voice that opinion at any point in time. But disrespectful speech I can't tolerate at all, by no means. But you're always welcome, and I'm definitely not mad at you. That is your opinion. You're entitled to it. I mean, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. So you already know. I ain't mad at that. um with that being said, I just wanted you guys to definitely just pay attention to policy. Forget who is the person that's coming through with the message. Just listen to the message. And listen, it's not everything that you're going to need to take. Take what you need, and the rest that you don't need, shit, take that shit and throw it in the garbage. Whatever you want to do with it. You feel me? So, I mean, that's where I'm at with it. First Lady OG, we definitely have to come back on this whole Donald Trump thing. I will be following if Congress is going to pass the bills that he has put forth. It was a couple, I would say it was about three other bills that he did come he spoke about prior to his presidency, and now in presidency, that he wants Congress to pass. And one of the other bills, as we spoke about, the cut We spoke about cut the growth of government spending to reduce the inflation, which is very important. Make federal bureaucrats accountable to the democratically elected president and Congress. That right there stood out because that is personal when it comes down to what bills he's trying to pass and what people that may be against what he is trying to pass in help of the people. Remember, when you think about the Democrats and Republic, we are the Republic. Republic are for the people. Just do your research and you'll know these things, right, my people? I love you guys. This is why we're out here speaking. This is why we welcome other perspectives, whether we agree to disagree. It's about having the conversation to learn from each other. One of the other things that he put up there was improve education by moving control and funding of education from the DC bureaucrats directly to parents and state and local governments. And I'm going to say this to you guys again because the first lady basically tapped into that when she said, we send our children to school. We're expecting them to learn certain things. But guess what? The things that we're expecting them to learn is really not what they're learning at all. Everything has been designed a certain type of way for a purpose. This is why our parents have always taught, even now into this generation, go to school, get a good job. The saddest part about it, even right now, you go to school, go to college, you're paying off loans, right? Then by the time you, mind you, that's when you get into the position of the job. Hopefully you get the position of the job that your degree holds, because a lot of people got degrees and have the qualifications for certain jobs and they still can't get it, that they end up somewhere else with degrees. But mind you, no matter where they end up, they still have to pay off those loans. And before they see any form of making money to be able to survive, those loans are paid going, everything is going to loans and what they have to pay off for things that honestly we shouldn't have to. So I'm gonna say to you again, one of the things that he does want to sign into bill, which you guys please do your research and get a better understanding of what it is make federal I'm sorry, improve education by moving control and funding of education from the DC bureaucrat directly, listen, directly to parents and state and local governments. That means ran by the people. That means everything that our children are going to come in contact with, we now have direct control over. One of the last things that he put in there was banning biological males from competing in women's sports. We have had males competing in women's sports for many and many and many of years, right? Um, I agree with that, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm not gonna put in my perspective right now about why I agree with banning, males from playing within female sports. I will further get into depths with that as we go further. But I want you guys to go and do your homeworks, right? And come back. And when I say do your homeworks, I'm doing my homework too. So when I come to you guys, it's things that I'm researching, I'm reading before I come to you guys to actually lay it out. So I'm still doing my homework on a lot of things. And anything that I come on and speak to you guys about, I am definitely in the works of making happen. So it's anything I'm saying is what I'm also telling myself. Please, my people, don't just take what's being put in front of you. Take the time out to go do your own research. However, you receive what you read, once you read it yourself and have your own identification of what you've read and own understanding, The rest, the Most High will guide the rest of the way for anything else, right? That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that's word and putting it on a Bible. I'm just telling you this is what my inner opinion is. First Lady OG, the bullet points that I pulled out from 2025, from what you have heard, you definitely tapped into a lot of things to just, give people food for thought. And that's what we continue to do when we do come on to this platform that we've been given. And let's make this quite clear. We are blessed when we come on to these platforms that are given. We have to be able to now use it as a tool to set a certain type of precedence. I'm just saying, my people. What is wrong with these people? I listen, man, I don't know what's wrong with these people, but overall, even if you're having a bad day or whatever it may be, sometimes you need somebody to be able to recognize you. And I do try to always do that for my people. And I don't pass judgment because I don't know what space you are in when you choose to make certain comments. And like I say, people use the word ignorance without understanding what that means. And the meaning of the word ignorance is a person that doesn't know any better. So if you don't know any better, how can you do better? But the goal is to help those that don't know any better and assist with showing them we can do better. And we are in this together. You ain't in this by yourself. And listen to the words I'm saying. We can do better. Not, oh, you could do better or kicking you when you down. No, that's not what we do. That's not what we represent. Not at all. You can't get that over here. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm going to keep on following up on the bills that will be signed through Congress. We will be having big topics and we will be having big debates on it. I will be opening my panel. I open my panel to people like Goovy Goovy too. Listen, forgive me for butchering your name if I'm butchering your name, but I invite people as yourself and your significant other to come up and put your perspective. Chantel, Sonia, um, Hank the Hillbilly, anybody that wants to come up and put in their perspectives, I will be dropping my link because we're about to go into a whole nother space of where, like I said, I open the floor for the conversations to be had and not to pass judgment on anybody else's perspectives. Period. But let's have the conversation and let's begin to teach each other, and let's begin to go through the healing process that we all need to go through, starting with self. That's just that. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, y'all, we will be touching back on Donald Trump and the bills that he will be putting forth to Congress to be passed. And we will definitely be going through discussions, and I'll be opening up the panel for debates on what's going on through the presidency as these bills will begin to pass. Um, but just look forward to that, guys. Now we're gonna dive into a little bit of celebrity talk, y'all. Yeah, here in the building. Celebrity talk. Okay, let's dive into it, y'all. Okay. Guys, Diddy. Did he do it? Did he don't? I don't know. But guess what? I'ma leave it in the hands of the people to have whatever they feel. But Diddy has had another lawsuit come against him. And for me personally, I could talk about Diddy all day, but we pretty much know what's happening with Diddy and everything that's being revealed. And as far as him putting in for a new bail hearing, which probably won't be heard until the ending of November, he's probably gonna sit until his trial date until May, as we know. But until then, it's been so much going on. It's been other celebrities to be named. A lot of celebrities are fleeing the country, allegedly, from what I'm hearing. First Lady, have you heard? Like, celebrities is fleeing the country. People are really trying to, you know, keep themselves away from the drama. And let me tell you something. We got celebrities fleeing the country. We got um people that were definitely intertwined with Diddy trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep themselves out of the public eye. But the craziest shit is the person that they have in custody is a confidential informant. All of this, I mean, for me personally, this shit is a movie, honestly. But yeah, so we here with the whole Diddy situation. But like I said, ain't too concerned about Diddy. It's everybody else that's being exposed behind Diddy. Um, that literally, yeah, they've been being exposed for a long time, but I guess finally everything is being legitimized, I would say. Yes. Oh gosh, Diddy. I'm telling you, girl, I'm tired of Chantel. Chantel, girl. I'm with the Diddy thing, I'm over it. Now I'm worried about everybody behind Diddy that act like they wasn't at these FO parties or trying to distance themselves. We got Ray J that had close ties with Diddy. All in a sudden he want to come out and speak and do interviews and all of that. But if you ask me, I feel like Ray J is a turned informant. And at the end of the day, feds probably got to him and told him, listen, you tell us what we need to know. We gonna cut you a deal, and your ass ain't gonna be exposed. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. Ray J out here talking, he don't even know how he's implicating himself in so many ways. Because for you to say that people are reaching out to you because they're saying that you know what you know, that means you were involved in some type of shit. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, First Lady OG, what do you feel in regards to this whole P. Diddy situation? And like I said, more people coming out. Celebrities are definitely trying to kill and catch. Kill and catch. They're trying to pay off their victims. From what Ray J is saying, y'all. Allegedly. This is what Ray J is saying. He had the interview with TMZ. If you guys are not familiar with the interview that just went down with Ray J, he don't even know how he exposed himself and contradicted himself. It was just crazy. But go check it out. TMZ interview with Ray J, and it seems like he's making sure he don't end up where Diddy's at. I'm just saying. First Lady OG, you in the building?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's your
I
thoughts on
see.
it?
I mean, I you already know. And here I go again, y'all. If you know, you know. So these things that we know, I can tell you we knew about half of these people gone down or gone before y'all, before they said anything to you guys. But to keep it appropriate, all I can say is cheaters never win. That's all I will say. It's what I always taught my children. It look like they winning sometimes just because they look like they may be ahead, but technically, if you're not right, things will turn around. Things will come back on you. It is what it is, and you cannot stop what's happening. So, I
You
know that a
definitely
lot of
can't.
people are running. I know that a lot of people are nervous and scared, but my thing is this. When you first went up in there, my thing is a lot of people was at those parties, even more that they're even saying. Do I believe that some of them were there as a party member and had a sip and showed their face just to say that they came and left? Yeah, it's some of those. But it's a whole hell of a lot of them that knew at a certain time, or they knew when you wanted to go inside the house if the party was out on the grounds, that it was a whole different party going on in there. Those that went in there, even those that never went and went in there for the first time, Even.
Oh, Sonia, I'm having a discrepancy. I'm actually trying to figure out how, because what I did was I blocked the comments first. I removed the comment, but it was still stuck on my whatchamacallit even after me trying to remove it again. So let me see if I can go up and see it anywhere else. I'm sorry, First Lady OG. I'm trying to see if I can remove this comment per se. All right, let's go this way. Let's go here. First Lady OG, you can continue. I'm trying to see if
I'm
I can
here.
remove this comment.
Um,
Right. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can
exactly.
remove this comment
Exactly.
from.
Nobody wants to get in trouble, but I feel like at the end of the day, when you walked in, even if you saw the orgy and just like, oh, I didn't realize these motherfuckers was that freaky and shit like that, because it was like an orgy season going on. I mean, if you freaky and that's what you into, then hey, ain't no judgment here. My thing is, as soon as you motherfuckers saw some kids, some children, or some babies, now I'm gonna start questioning you. Now I'm on your ass. Cause soon as you seen some babies, you was supposed to get up out of there.
Yeah,
Soon as you
I'm
seen some
sorry. I'm having a
children or young people that you know ain't had no business, you was supposed to get up out of there. You was supposed to get up
oh
out of there. And
man.
once you got up out of there, you was supposed to call some peoples to go back up over there and get everybody out of there, especially them damn children. Like I said, for me, it's all about the babies. It's all about the children. And it's definitely all about the children that are still being abused at this very moment. There are children that are still being trafficked this very moment. If nobody has ever seen Ali Carter's whole story, y'all need to go and check out her website and check out all of us.
All right, guys. I'm having a
This young lady
discrepancy.
is about um 8 to 10 different personalities because of her trauma and because of all that she has dealt with being trafficked, um MK Ultra, hypnotized, and all of these things. She's actually been in the back of trucks with crying babies that she's seen being unalived because they were sick or they were crying, so therefore they were sick, so they were of no use, and if they were crying and couldn't get it together because they was too damaged, they got rid of them. And she's witnessed
So,
this firsthand. So
uh, First Lady OG, I'm sorry to
it doesn't
interrupt
make any
you
sense.
really quickly. Um, I'm having a difficulty trying to take this. Uh,
So just take somebody else's comment and pin it, and then it should
right.
disappear.
That's
Just
what I'm
pin
trying
somebody
to
else's
see.
comment for a minute.
Okay, let's see. Let's put. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
We
do right
getting
now.
ready to
That's why I
get
was
up
like,
out of
hold
here,
on.
though, y'all. It's been
There we go. I'm gonna
twelve
leave my
dollars.
girl Chantel up there because I was like, "What is going on? Why I cannot?" But yeah, now it finally worked. Perfect. Um, sorry about that, First Lady OG. You could definitely continue.
You good? It's all good. I was just paying attention to our time. We had just hit the 2 hour mark, so
But yes, we are
um,
definitely at the 2 hour mark, and y'all already know I gotta go to work, so I gotta get myself prepared and ready to go to work. But before we even leave to go anywhere, I want to just tap into the RHQ. So y'all, recently came across a video that the first lady sent me in regards to RHQ and his brother speaking on, and first lady OG, I would rather you tap in with this particular one because I didn't get a chance to actually hear um the video myself, but if I'm not mistaken, the brother pretty much admits to, his demise in a sense, in my opinion, based on the title. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, definitely on due to the title, what he definitely did was, well, the title states that I didn't want to help him. So with knowing some of the things we knew with, oh my goodness, where's the other sister that was giving us some really good insight?
Oh my God, that was Debbie. Debbie
Um
was in the building.
that she gave us
Debbie and
so many
Latoya.
good
I think it was
pointers,
Latoya.
because she was saying of a lot of the beef with the brother, but not even that. My thing was, that was so funny to me, is that they had different fathers, but they got the same mother, but yet and still they had so much the brother had so much hate for the brother. Like, I couldn't understand that. That's what I was like, why? And then they both doing the lean, and one day, I don't know, but like I'ma always say, she said she had a good dream about him last night. That's what's up. That means his soul is must be resting. Um,
Hmm.
I always say, oh damn, I threw my whole train of thought off when I be doing that. Damn.
I
Um,
was about to definitely hit on that part because you was about to say something so real. Because when you think about them being brothers, right? Whatnot. I think that it had to been a form of jealousy that maybe lingered there. Um, Even when I looked at the funeral and listened to everybody come up and speak on his behalf, including that same brother, it kind of was my energy kind of felt like it was very uncertainty based on the things that was being said, but a few other pointers were like, for instance, the chain that Quan had on his neck the day he passed was the chain that the brother had on his neck. And it was just like, it was just certain little things that I felt even when he spoke and he mentioned certain things, it didn't give me the vibe of someone that had any type of bad feeling towards what took place. And the reason why I truly feel that Quan brother and the baby mother knew exactly what happened, because when you guys go back and view my other videos. I dropped some shorts and stuff like that for you guys to actually hear and interpret in your own. I definitely feel like they played a part in his demise, and just like certain things, like I said, there's no way if I see a loved one on the ground with food coming out his mouth that I'm thinking it's normal. I'm just sorry. I'm not thinking it's normal. There's no way that I'm with a person and I'm expecting him to come to bed at night and his ass is on a couch, and I'm not gonna go out there and be like, "What happened? You sleeping out here tonight? What, you ain't coming to bed?" Like, I, I just can't. I just can't. And then with everything now coming to a head, it's almost like everybody's trying to cover their tracks. I will tell you this, RHQ father, it has reopened up the
hey
case.
Joey.
So I would, oh, Joey, welcome, Joey, welcome. Hey, I missed you, Joey, but I know, like I tell you, I know life be laughing. So when I don't see you guys, I know that y'all gonna watch the replay or be in the bushes, and I appreciate you guys because you guys definitely keep me in the algorithm. Thank you so much. But yeah, I mean, I definitely feel it's some type of foul play when it comes down to the brother and the baby mother. And I do, if I mean, I feel like Rich Homie Kwan's father is doing the right thing in reopening the case. I mean, we do know that it was drugs found in his system. But like I said, if you go back and check out a lot of my shorts and even my videos that I did in regards to Rich Homie Kwan, I played a lot of recordings, and the recordings came from the brother, We had recordings that came from a good friend of his that was there at the house the night he died and was just given, let's make this clear, not even a friend. I believe it was his cousin. I'm sorry about that. His cousin did come out and speak and make certain statements that the cousin made. It kind of contradicted what the baby mother said. It contradicted what the brother said. Then the brother, it was a video released of the body cam from the police officers. I have that up on my shorts, y'all. Go check that out. Where the brother now switches his whole lingo. The reason why I posted those shorts up was for my subscribers to be able to go and make their own interpretation on what they heard. But like I said, I think this whole thing definitely, when it comes down to Rich Homie Quan, definitely was a setup. And based on what his brother, what what is said allegedly that his brother stated, um, I mean, hmm, I don't put it past. I don't put it past. But I definitely, from day one, I knew something was wrong. Something with the whole entire setup of how they said they found him. And first, the brother said he found him on, well, let's make this clear. The brother said he found him on the kitchen floor with food in his mouth. The baby mother said he was on the couch sleeping and he never came to bed. And she realized he never came to bed. She was getting ready to drop their baby off and she put a cover over him. Then the brother said he found him on the floor, removed him from where he was, put him on a couch, and covered him up. I'm just saying, I don't know which one or who covered who up, right? But it just don't sound right. I saw a little of his funeral and then I turned from it because it was hurting my heart and I was about to cry. It felt so bad when I saw him in the girl. I'm me too. I watched the funeral just to get an I a form of an ideal of the emotions because you could definitely tell by a person's body language what it may be. So for me personally, I felt the same way. And I think for a lot of people that fell in love with Rich Homie Quan, the artist, um, truly, a lot of his fans truly are devastated. I mean, he had so much powerful songs that if you just listen to the words, it definitely gave you a significant idea of his upbringing and what he promoted and what he was about. And like I said, it's so much that goes into this because regardless of what people say or they don't want to say, when you think about the situation with the brother had ties to Woody. Remember I told y'all in my previous lives that Rich Homie Quan was getting ready to testify against Young Thugger. You feel me? And it was so much that took play into that. And allegedly, they stated that it seems like somebody, looked into paying the brother and the baby mother to allegedly do this hit on Rich Homie Quan. The only reason I don't feel like it's far fetched because I recently was following this case when it came down to Sweetie Pie. If you guys are familiar with that, Norman, and he's the mother of the late I wouldn't even say late because she's still alive. Her name is Robbie, or yeah, Robbie something. But she definitely was a person that came from the era of Tina Turner. She was Tina Turner's backup dancer. If you guys are familiar with the movie, um, it depicted her with Ike Turner disrespecting her, and she went on to find a better life, no longer wanted to do backup singing or whatnot. And she ended up going into Buddhism, and through that she changed her life and opened up multiple chains of restaurants, which is now known as Sweetie Pies. And her son is currently serving life plus 20 years for the murder of her grandson, which is her son's nephew, which would have been her late son's son. And this took a little while for people to really figure out that unfortunately his uncle was the reason of his demise. And this is why I say it's sad, but money is the root to all evil, believe it or not. And this definitely gives me that type of energy. I feel like eventually things are going to come to the surface that Rich Homie Kwan's passing definitely had nothing to do with an overdose. Um, in the sense of he didn't do it himself. With the amount of drugs that was found in his system, it definitely was something that was given to him. Okay, you need a new one? Okay. All right, great. Mommy. Hold on, Zuri. You see, you hear Zori back here. I know I remember hearing about that. Listen, Chantal, it's been that real. When I tell you, it's been that real. Look, now my kids gonna come and be all over the place. But yeah. So for me personally, I'm definitely just waiting around and keeping my eyes open and my ears open in regards to this whole Rich Homie Quan thing, because I do truly believe that other things are gonna surface that put close people in position to what may have caused his death. Because I don't believe that one man is going to just take all of these different drugs at one time. He was also on the phone with I believe this is his first baby mother. He was on the phone with his first baby mother right before his passing. I don't know if that probably played a part in Erica Banks feeling away. His first baby mother reported to his father about what they spoke about in on that particular night before he passed away, and it was said that he had took a Xan. I think it was a Xanny he took, and he was telling her he was ordering food and he was about to drink some lean, and she turned and she told him, like, you already popped the Xanny, why are you gonna go and drink lean or whatever? But the timing that she gave versus everybody else's, it kind of, like I said, everything is definitely up in the air, but it's definitely some type of foul play. It's definitely some type of foul play, Chantel. But you already know, Rich Homie Quan, he is my boy. I mean, when he first came out, I definitely loved his music. I definitely thought he was most definitely talented, and I definitely seen him in a different light. I think I put Rich Homie Quan in the group of the Nipsey Hustles and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And even when we think about certain things with a lot of our great lates that are young people that passed away. Listen, you know how the game go, right? You worth more dead than you are alive. Period. But right now, I'm gonna just keep on following up and keeping my ears open. Y'all know this is word of the street, so my ears is always gonna be to the street. Figure out what's going on, and I will be back to give you guys more update on what I'm hearing. But as of right now, it seems like Rich Homie Kawan brother doesn't really feel no type of remorse behind his passing, and his second baby mother, Erica Banks, she's very much questionable, very much questionable. And it it was other people that was also there. They're also questionable too. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And I'll definitely be reporting once anything drop. There she go live. There she go. Sonia, you already know, right, Sonia? Girl, to Zuri, you already know. With that being said, First Lady, I'm gonna leave you with your last thoughts on this whole Rich Homie Quan. But yeah, that's just my feelings on it. I definitely feel that it's more to uncover, and it was definitely a setup.
Yeah, y'all definitely know how I feel about that. And I definitely feel like my boy was set up. These girls, there's so many of them, I can't barely keep up with who's who and what's what. But I do know that what the heck is going on? Okay. But as far as the women are concerned, I really don't know who's who. So now I'm finding out it was Amber. That was the one that was at the house placing that call. That shit was suspect. The actual 911 operator was suspect. Um, do I know that these people can be manipulated, bought, and in control? Yes. So, am I that surprised? No. Due to the circumstances, like words stated around surrounding him, as far as getting ready to testify, and then the the baby's mother was supposed to be messing with the guy that the brother gets his lien from. So that's the why he didn't want to put no money in his pocket. And like, which is the reason why I don't deal with a bunch of females, for the simple fact that it's just too much drama. It's just too much he say, she say. And at the end of the day, now we sitting here like a man is dead, and it's just too much being said about it, that you can't figure out what the hell's right or what's wrong. Like the baby mother was there, the brother was there. The brother saying he never wanted to help him, but you didn't have to tell us that because he was your brother and you found him on the floor of the kitchen with food in his mouth, and supposedly, all alone you just picked him up and threw him on the couch. You didn't think nothing that he was laying on the floor by the kitchen with food in his mouth. Like that didn't prompt you to think like, damn, I done seen my boy getting high all this time. I ain't never seen him this high. Like, let me make sure he's good. Like, let me, like, that. I feel the same way. So, yeah, everybody played a part. Like, it was definitely a conspiracy. So, I feel it as a little unfair that only one person goes down for conspiracies. Everybody that was a part of that shit needs to get some time, because a man has lost his life, children have lost their father, parents have lost their child. So I do feel like the whole conspiracy needs to be brought down. But see, because it's nothing really about justice in this country, it's all about money. Once they get paid, they really don't care. So again, here we are with another situation. Lord have mercy. I done just ended that by
That
accident.
that whole entire part, First Lady OG, you ain't never
Red
said a
flags
lie.
everywhere, Joey. Everywhere.
And that's why I
Everywhere.
say we definitely gotta, y'all know, y'all already know. It's red flags in so many different places everywhere we go. Like the first lady said, like it's real in real time. We just gotta be able to, when we recognize the red flags, act on it.
Yeah, stop collecting them. Stop
That
collecting
part.
the red flags. Either address them or get up out of there. Leave them where they at and get up out of there.
That's it. a
Judgment
hundred
should be
percent.
crucial. Yep.
100%. And yeah, y'all, this is the Odyssey podcast with your girl Word and the First Lady OG in the building. We will be back on another follow up on everything that we have just dropped. Yes, we are going to continue to keep our ears to the street because this is Word on the Street. So if you need any information, a perspective, you want your own perspective or just a different perspective, all is welcome, and you definitely will come here and definitely get a whole different perspective. what time you get ready to leave. With that being said, you guys, I love you guys so much. I want to just give a special shout out and a special thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate you so very much. All of my bush watchers, all of the replay gang, I appreciate you guys. And I want to give a special, special thank you to all of my moderators. I have, as y'all see, I have some phenomenal moderators. We got Sonia in the building. I appreciate you so much, Sonia, for always supporting and dropping information and
Bye,
keeping me in
Joey. Love
tune.
you. Appreciate you more.
Bye, Joey. Don't leave yet, Joey, because I also wanted to tell you before you leave, I appreciate you too, Joey. Thank you so very much for all your love and support. It's always been a blessing. And I'm so happy and grateful that you are my moderator, as well as Sonia, as well as Chantel. Thank you guys so very much. I appreciate you guys so very, very much. I couldn't pick a group of people any better to be my moderators than you guys are, because you guys just bring the insight, you guys bring your different perspectives, and we are like minded because we ain't fearful to put out what our thoughts are. I appreciate you guys so very much. I couldn't pick a better group of moderators. I'm telling you that I have right now. Like, I truly, genuinely thank you guys for all the love and support. And I can't do this thing without you guys. I definitely can't do this thing without you guys. And keep in mind, guys, just stay tuned for the community wall. I just keep on reminding you, even though I haven't posted anything in regards to my giveaways yet, it is about to happen in the next couple of days. So just stay tuned to the community wall as well as the first lady. The first lady also will be having some stuff on her community wall if you guys are interested in, which I know you guys will be and you won't regret it. Trust and believe me. But I'm gonna let her give you some more insight on that and give you guys a breakdown before we head out. But yeah, I love you guys so very much. Peace, love, and light. From my family to your family. And man, listen, sky's the limit. We talking about upper echelon. You know what I mean? And I pray for all of us just to be able to just be fully free internally, spiritually be free. First Lady OG, you could step in before we end it off and, give your people some love.
All right, y'all. Good night, Joey, Sonia, Chantel. Thank y'all so very much for being in the building. Billy was in the building a little bit earlier. Shout out to him. Billy out here, Billy. Um, Goover to you as well. And let me see, Hank and who else? Oh, and Judith. Judith was here earlier as well. So to all of those that came through that sat with us, we appreciate y'all. To the again, the ones in the bushes watching, a little bit shy. Get up on out that shyness and come on in. Just wipe your feet and hit the like button. Make sure you hit the bell to subscribe so you never miss a live. We definitely appreciate all your commentary. Appreciate the engagement. Again, as words stated, we will be back. Okay, okay. We gotta my class was canceled, so I had a little more time to hang out with you. But I'm still on a multitasking schedule, so I have another show on a whole another platform going on as well. And but I love you guys. I appreciate that. As word stated, stay tuned for the holidays are coming. We'll be dropping a ladies' night gift box for the ladies. Um, like every Thursday, I do a Zoom party on Bigo, and which is called Ladies' Night. My boy started it in Hollis. He started it in the pandemic and pandemic in 2020, and he has still been going almost 5 years later. So we still have the party. So I have a gift box that'll be coming out with a T-shirt that says I partied in the Red Room with First Lady and DJ Chris Dollar. It's going to have a shot glass in it and a wine glass in it because every 30 minutes within the show, we take a shot. So whether you're drinking water, wine, beer, turmeric, ginger, whatever you choose to have, that is definitely on you. But the box will contain a shot glass with three shots, three different shots. I think we're going to have a light, a dark, and a sweet. And then we're going to also have a wine, a small miniature wine in there. We're going to have a miniature water in there. We're going to have a homemade shea butter that'll be made with essential oils, and we'll have a homemade vegan soap in there, a little 3 ounce bottle, just a couple of little knickknacks, like a little pack of peanuts, a little pack of pretzels, and little things like that, like a whole little gift box. So if you want to hang out and go to the Zoom party, all you got to do is turn on your phone, mirror it to the TV to make it big, pop open your box, pour you a drink, pour you a glass of wine, or have your little snack, however you want to do it, and just enjoy. So that'll be coming soon to the website as well. With everything else that we offer, we got some beautiful representational gift wrap for the upcoming holidays if you choose to celebrate. Again, I do have a donation button at firstladyent.com. 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 There's a donation button that allows you to donate, in which it helps for us to keep money on the phone to talk to the inmates that I currently mentor. For those that do not have any family at all, we make sure that they get packages as far as some little food because they eat like, I want to say 5, 11, and 4, or 5, 11, and 5. However, between 8, 9 o'clock at night, they are hungry again. So some of them get them some packages or make sure they have a little money in their commissary so they can buy some extra things that they need for the holidays. Winter Winter's coming, so a lot of them need long johns and socks and sweatshirts and sweatsuits and things of that nature. The holidays are coming. Some of them have children at home, so we like to supply gifts to their children from their dad and things of that nature. So a lot of things that we have coming up. And I also will be having a PDF for the 5 boroughs, and so far I have Detroit and Chicago. Um, So that will be a PDF on giving you hey, locations of giveaways for the holidays, for food, for the Thanksgiving season, and toy giveaways for the children. So if you need that, definitely get in touch with me. I will leave links on the community wall. Just get in touch with me. Thank you, darling. So with that being said, we took up enough of your time for today. Appreciate you guys. Until next time, peace, love, and light. And make sure you follow me at I Am Auntie on YouTube. Don't forget Marta the Smarter and the Royal Realist. And thank you for supporting the Odyssey podcast. Again, peace, love, and light.
Yes, everyone. Peace, love, and light. Y'all hear the background. That's your niece. All right. That's your grandbaby. Look here. Zuri. That's y'all already know, y'all. But I love you guys so much. And peace, love, and light, like the first lady OG just said, aka Mom Duke. Um I appreciate you guys, and we will definitely be back. So just, come with us on a journey. Stay tuned for the things that we have to offer. And yeah, we love you guys. So until next time, peace, love, and light.